A new campaign is being launched to highlight the need for genders to be removed from jewelry items such as watches. And here to share more is America's Next top model judge and renowned fashion photographer Nigel Barker, who is supporting the campaign in a bid to ensure that fashion is accessible for everyone. Good morning and thanks for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me. What a pleasure.
Well, tell me, what is this campaign all about?
Well, Watchfinder & Co. are the very first retailer to remove gender from their stores and their website, so that simply makes the process of finding a watch far easier for people, because it's simply classified as large, medium and small, right? Because if you think about it, it's somewhat obsolete and redundant to sort of suggest that a large watch is a man's watch. I know, for example, my wife likes a large watch, and in fact likes the chain to be slightly big too, so it sort of almost hangs from her wrist. But that's just the way she likes to wear it. Meanwhile, I know too with myself, if I'm wearing a suit and I'm wearing a jacket, and a lot of guys will experience this, if you wear a big watch, it'll get stuck on the top on your suit, it'll push down and wrinkle and buffer the edge of the jacket. You may want a slimmer profile. That doesn't make it female, it just makes it slimmer or smaller. So it's really an obvious thing to do. I can't believe it's taken so long. But you see this over and over again in the fashion world, where things are stereotyped by gender, and really, ultimately, it should be about the person's desire to perhaps express themselves in whatever way they wish.
Well, yeah, absolutely. I was going to say, what do you think the deeper meaning is? But you're exactly right. It's all about expressing who we are and how we identify.
I mean, look, I'm looking at your arms right now. You've got great tattoos. I'm a bit of a tattoo fan myself. All my guys in my team have tattoos, and I love them. But perhaps one could say, oh, are tattoos, for example, is that male or is that female? No, it's not. It's expression, and it's art, and it's creativity. And you'll see for example, with musicians and pro athletes and perhaps people from the entertainment industry, they'll often take a risk with fashion. They'll wear big hats, they'll wear jewelry, they'll wear diamond earrings, they'll wear necklaces, and whatever they want to wear, actually. And oftentimes we sort of see our heroes in that way, and we're like, well, okay, wow, we can do that, I can do that. Maybe that makes sense. I love the fact that my UPS guy, for example, wears gold earrings with diamonds and a chain, and and he's just happy and expressing himself, and I'm like, it looks great. It's about finding what's right for you, and not feeling that somehow you're being told by a brand or a store, for example, what is right for you and your gender or whatever that might be. It's like, actually, I just like it.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Well, how would you say that fashion has evolved in your time as a fashion expert and photographer?
It's always evolving, right? It's constantly changing, and I mentioned sort of athletes and musicians and people from who perhaps from more of that entertainment world, where they are taking a risk and they feel that they can do this. But I was talking to a pro athlete just the other day, and he was talking to me about how when he got involved in the NFL, and he was a quarterback, and no one really wore everything, was very conservative, and how now that sort of hip hop culture had moved in, and that people were really expressing themselves. You could see earrings, you could see jewelry, and that often comes from the fashion industry, where you're seeing actors and you're seeing performers who are perhaps wearing what would have been classified as female clothing, on a man, whether it's a robe or a dress or a skirt. And when you say that, just those words alone, to some people are like, whoa, well, that's not masculine. But it's also cultural, right? So if you look to other cultures in the world, where if you look to the Middle East, men will wear kaftans. If you look to Africa, people will wear robes and will wear sarongs and ties around them. India, men will wear sarongs. In Scotland, men will wear kilts, right? So this is something that's been going on for thousands of years. It's not new, and oftentimes fashion likes to claim that it's new. But the great thing here is that, and I think it's high time, that whether it's with accessories, whether it's with jewelry, whether it's with watches, that we remove gender, and we say to people, be yourself, and sort of stand up for who you are and how you want to sort of feel, and that can be whatever you like. Self-expression, I think, is something which it frees us, and we like to call ourselves the land of the free. Well, here we go.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, and it's such an exciting time to think that we are in that position where we can start thinking that way and not be trapped in these molds. Well, unfortunately, we've run out of time, but where can we go for more information?
watchfinder.com. I mean, they have an incredible selection. It's not divided by male or female, so you can just simply go and it's small, medium, or large. Find yourself there.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much, and thank you for your time today. It was great speaking with you.
Thank you so much, too.
All right, making sure fashion is accessible for everyone. For more information, head to the website on your screen. Watchfinder & Company is a proud sponsor of Las Vegas Morning Blend.